To the extent that if you keep secrets with me, some of your secrets might be with my husband too. So, sorry. Like there's someone you can karamo. You feel honey, you go to your honey. Wisdom, don't leave me. There was something that happened one day. My older daughter did something, I can't remember what exactly she did, and the dad was, and she said, Daddy, calm down. Count 1, 2, 3. Like that got my husband to press on the brake. Like, what did you just say? Hello and welcome on this episode of the E.B.U.N show. On this episode, we're going to be discussing the joys of marriage and the joys of motherhood. I just found out looking through all our videos that it appears as though we've just been talking about challenges. Nah, there is more to marriage and motherhood than challenges. There are lots of good things going on, and especially for those who are yet to get into marriage or who are married and are looking forward to have their own children, so that it doesn't appear as though your life just turns upside down. You just get to complain about in-laws, about postpartum depression, about how children are a handful. So today we are concentrating on the joys of marriage. But before I go on, if it is your first time joining us on the E.B.U.N show, you're welcome. This is where we discuss everything that concerns women, and it is for women and the men who love them. We talk about real issues, real life issues, and we are so practical discussing them. So hit the subscribe button and hit the bell beside it so that whenever we come here, you'll be updated. And in case you've been here a while, thank you for sticking with us. Hit the like button, share with a friend who doesn't know about this show yet. Now, on the last episode, we decided to help some mothers, and so we solicited your help, although I've not heard from you in particular. But good news is we have heard from some amazing people. They are choosing to remain anonymous. So the things we have had is a pile of flannels, we have bottles, we have electric sterilizer, we have warmer, we have bouncer. Yay! Some other person is giving us money, and of course we have other people who have promised, but we've not gotten exactly what list of things they are giving us. Now there's a bit of tweak to that. You know, in the last episode I said I was going to go to E.B.U.N General Hospital. It just dawned on me that there might be some people who have been watching E.B.U.N show or who are getting to watch right now who are so in need of these things we're talking about. Feel free to reach out to me, and we're going to keep your identity anonymous. Please DM the E.B.U.N show on Instagram and would promptly attend to you. So at the end of the day, if I do not get anybody to reach out to me, we'll go back to the initial plan of going to E.B.U.N. And see, there is nothing bad in getting help. I think in this side of the world, it has become a big deal that we don't want to collect from people, or when we find out that people have what we need, we don't want to get it because it's used. I don't understand us. Like, it's okay to get help. So that will be that. If you're still willing to help, please reach out to me. I'll be dropping my number in the description. You're welcome on the show. Now, talking about the joys of marriage. The first thing I so much enjoy about marriage is companionship. See, I married my friend. I married my nigga. Okay, maybe this show is to, what are you doing? Maybe the show is to let down a bit of stress, so I'm going to be laughing a lot. My head almost blown. E.B.U.N here. My head almost blew off this past couple of days. So yes, companionship. You know, living life alone is not interesting. Knowing that you have someone in your corner, someone who you can always gist with, you know. See, everybody, I saw a meme that says that everybody is an amebo. It's just that you've not found someone to be an amebo with. You know, where you can discuss your neighbors, see what is happening, or you're back from somewhere, you're back from work, someone you can freely chat with. You don't have to sugarcoat anything. You are just very free. Like sometimes I'm talking about a particular thing that has happened in the past, and my husband is smiling, and I'm asking, why are you smiling? And you say, you're saying the same story for like the 50th time. And you're still, like, he knows the details of, he knows the primary school, he knows the secondary school, you know, that kind of thing. Like with just about anything and everything. And to the extent that if you keep secrets with me, some of your secrets might be with my husband too. So sorry. And you know, there are some times in life that you just get to some points and life appears to be a bit difficult. Knowing that there's someone who is journeying that phase with you helps you a lot, where you don't feel you're just, it is you against the world. You know that there's someone who always has your back. And not just about the chit chat alone and talks alone, there's the part of financially helping each other. You know, Momore is somewhere here, the dad is struggling with her. So in case you see a bare chest baby girl, that's Momore. Babe, just leave her. So you know, financially, where both of you are working, and I'm not just talking about maybe the lady to the guy alone, I'm talking about guy to lady too, because it is not just men that should work and work and work. So financially, you're helping yourselves. Babe, I need some loan right here, can you help me with so amount of money? Okay, she's in the shorts. Mo, what do you want? Okay. But me, oh, fucking Bill-ni. Mumuri now. I love you. Another joy of marriage is there's someone you can burn out on. Like there's someone you can karama. If someone offends you from outside, there's someone you can. Okay, so while that is not good at all, it is someone else who offends you and you're just taking it out. But sometimes I'm like, can I talk to you, babe? Can I talk to you? And he says, okay. Another joy of marriage, this one is very pivotal, or is it pivotal? It's sex. Sex. The fact that you can have sex and you're not sinning. You can have sex and you're safe. Like you have a partner you're doing right with. You can't buy that with money. You feel honey, you go to your honey. Ah, wisdom, don't leave me.
CRMs, they come on.
So really, yes, that you want to have pleasure, and it is a safe zone. It is a safe zone for you to have sex. Babe, what are you doing behind the camera? Is one good thing. The fact that you are having sex in a safe environment is not as if you have sex with this person the whole world knows. I think that is another thing that money cannot buy. Another joy of marriage is the privilege of second opinion. The fact that you don't have to go through decision making all by yourself. Hey, sometimes as little as what style of hair should I make? What wig should I buy? To critical things like, I have this certain amount of money, what should I be investing in? Should I take this course? Should I get a land? Should I do this? Should I do concerning my business? Should I move to luxury items, or should I still keep it at this? The fact that you have two people, another person to discuss things with, is a very great privilege of marriage that money cannot buy. And you know, the Bible says one would chase 1,000, two would chase 10,000. The place of agreement. This is spiritual, but I must bring this aspect into it too. The fact that both of you can hold hands and pray is another vital thing. You know, if you heard me well, one chases 1,000, two will chase 10,000. Like two will have abundance in answers to their prayers, in the quality of decision they make. I pray those are not two bad heads. Two good heads are better than one. Now to the joys of motherhood. somehow your life just changes from when you have not given birth to when you have children. There's this kind of maturity that comes up because you now know that you're responsible for life. You think twice before you make decisions. Then somehow, one thing motherhood has done for me is I've come to appreciate my mother the more. Like, what? This is what mother... See, love at the stage of motherhood is completely different because you would do anything to look out for your children. So I'm like, oh, this is what my mom did. And you know, when you're going through the struggles of motherhood, you're like, whoa, my mother did this for 5 children. You see, I just got to regard her the more. I got to respect her the more. Like, wow. You understand? Before you have your own children, it's not as if you don't regard or you don't love her. You do your best in the things you can do for her. But somehow there's just this kind of revelation that you are understanding by experience of motherhood. So I really respect my mother, especially in the way in the later part of life, she's able to hands off and trust you enough that you can make your decision by yourself. Because I carry my children in my hand and I'm like, someday these ones too will be grown and they'll be telling me, Mommy, do you know that? No, you are not right. I'm like, I'm not right, okay? Hey. You grew up under my nose like this. And you know, the way my mother just could trust at some points that we knew what we were doing, she must have done our assignment well, to the point that she feels I've poured into these children enough, they can make their own decisions. You know, it just opened it's like an epiphany that my mother has actually been a very great woman. How she has been able to combine, thank you, Mo. I have a feeder. How she's been able to combine all she combined, taking care of 5 children, doing her business, supporting my dad and everything. Wow, God bless her. Whether you like it or not, children give you companionship. For me, I don't know if it is that way for other people. I've stressed so much, I've shouted, don't do this, don't do that. But you know, the thought of them being away for like a week, sometimes I'm like, am I sure I can let them go for a week? I'm the one saying, they're disturbing me. But still, I can't let them go. I remember when I had Shemilore, my first daughter, and because my work was beginning to, I couldn't combine carrying her to work every day, carrying her to the studio every day. So when she was, I think 9 or 10 months, I had to take her to the creche. If I should round off with what I was doing around 3 p.m., I'm back at the creche to carry her. And those at the creche will be like, madam, you're early today. I'm like, as in, sometimes if I'm not busy in the morning, I don't take her till like maybe 11 a.m. when I'm very, and there was a day one of the aunties, they said, madam, she's late. I'm like, late, creche. Like, do you know that if I have my way, she wouldn't even be here in the first place? So please just take her whenever I bring her. And see, I don't know if you have noticed that children are quite sensitive. When you are down emotionally, they know. There were times that I've had to cry, and even the youngest, who is just going to be 2, would come and stand in front of me and she'd be like, Mama. Sometimes even they start crying because they don't understand why you're crying, but because they've not seen their mother like that before, they're so worried and they sit by you, they leave their cartoon, they leave whatever they're playing with, and they just come to stay with you. As a mother, you get to enjoy that, and that is what money cannot buy. Again, it changes your worldview totally. You become more patient because, believe you me, children will test your patience. They've been telling Moboro to leave this spot like forever. She just wants to do that thing. It's as though they've been told that, see, dear her. And you know, these days they say, do not spank these children, do not shout at them. I'm really still trying to learn how not to do these things. For my older daughter, yes, you can tell her, you're not being a good girl if you do this and that. And sometimes she really nods in understanding that, yes, mommy, I understand. But you see the little one, I don't know what English you want to speak to her. That I think it's just, there was something that happened one day. My older daughter did something, I can't remember what exactly she did, and the dad was, and she said, Daddy, calm down, count 1, 2, 3. Like that got my husband to press on the brake, like, what did you just say? You just become more patient. There are some things, and you wouldn't even know that you have become a better person until you look back, maybe at your workplace, the things you naturally react about, you just find out that you overlook them because, see, your children do much more. Maybe not exactly the same business scenarios, but then it is what it is. If you're a mother and you do not learn patience, we'll have to commit you to God. So it is one good thing that you learn to do as a mother. Then multitasking is taken to another level. Like, you have to do things at the same time. Maybe before now I used to feel, I'm stressed, I'm doing 2 things at the same time. But now, as you're preparing somehow your time, time management, multitasking, everything packed into one, because they're going to school, this food has to be ready, you have to feed this one, you have to feed this one, you have to pack their bag. Even if you have a help, somehow you can't still commit everything to the hands of a help. You have to monitor it, So yes, those are the things that motherhood helps you with. At first it looks like stress. It's not as if I still have everything together, but I look at my life right now and there's so many things I can overlook, like, then you learn to take especially for someone like me who is always very particular about things. You want to do this by yourself, you want to pay attention to this by yourself. I've gone to that point now that, the things that cannot be done cannot be done. They will be done another time. So you just mature. So these are So this and so many other things I'm grateful for in marriage and in motherhood. I know there are so many things that I've not been able to point out, and that is what the comment section is for. Please let me know the joys of marriage you're grateful for, the things you're grateful for in marriage, in motherhood. And why did I take my time to do this? It is because there are so many arguments against marriage. It has become a world where you have so many instances why you don't want to settle in marriage. Maybe someone comes, dupes you, takes all your money away. There are so many dramas, but then there are still a lot of good things to look forward to in marriage and in motherhood. And it's okay if you've made a decision not to marry. That is totally fine. Some people want to remain single. Yes, I bet you have some serious convictions for that. But if it is because of the things you see on social media, or because you've had like 3 breakfasts served, breakfast in bed, no, it's not enough reason. No, just make sure that you marry the right person. And these things are not difficult to know. You set your priorities right. Is it money I want? If I get money, would I be able to take my eyes off other things, even if it's a cheat? If it's once I have money, I'm okay. Just set your priorities right. But I think best of all is to marry your best friend and someone who has people it can listen to. That will help you a lot. I'm not saying so that you go start reporting your family issues every now and then, but somehow just make sure that the person you're marrying has someone, at least one person he regards so much and he listens to. So I'm not here to give marriage advice. I'm just saying that in all of the negativities going on in the world, there's still lots of things to look forward to in marriage. So sis, you found that person, go ahead and get married. What is strong to you? Go ahead and get married. And about motherhood, don't let anything scare you. You're going to ace it. I believe in you. So blast up the comment section. Remember, if you still want to help that mother, reach out to me. Send DM at the E.B.U.N show on Instagram. My number will be put in the description box. And if you're the one who needs help, feel free to approach me. It's okay. We all need somebody to lean on. And it's on this note I'm signing out on this episode of the E.B.U.N show. Man, you don't want to know. I recorded this show under a lot of unpalatable circumstances. But thank God we've been able to have a good package. Bye. See you on the next episode.